solve by completing the square. Leave answer in simplest fraction form and or simplest radical form. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to move the 3 over to the other side. We get x squared plus 8x plus something equals negative 3 plus something. To figure out what goes in this box, what we're going to do is we're going to take this 8 and we're going to divide by 2. It's always divide by 2 and square. Kind of small there. I took 8 divided by 2 and squared. That's what's going in the box here. Same value here. And we can simplify 8 divided by 2 to get 4 squared. And again, the boxes are going to stay the same. The reason that we write it like that is so that we don't have to spend the time splitting the middle. What happens with completing the square is that we want the values in the parentheses to be the same. 4 squared is 4 times 4. And this number is positive, so these are both plus 4s. And now we can make this look a little bit better here. 4 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. We can condense down, and we get 13. And again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out, well, what does x equal? So we're going to take the square root of both sides. And we get x plus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 13. And finally now we can finish by moving the 4 over. And we end up with x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 13. Same idea here on problem number 19, but we can't have a number in front of the x squared term. So we're going to start by dividing by the leading coefficient. In this case, it's 3. Once we do that, we get x squared minus 6x plus 11 equals 0. And now we can do the same exact process that we did on problem number 18. We're going to move the 11 to the other side. We get x squared minus 6x plus something equals negative 11 plus something. To figure out what that something is, we're looking at the number in front of the first value in front of the box, which is going to be the negative 6 divided by 2. Again, it's negative 6 divided by 2, and then we're going to square it. Negative 6 divided by 2 squared. We can rewrite that as x squared minus 6x plus, well, negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3 squared. And now we're going to factor. So we're going to get x minus 3, x minus 3. Remember, this helps us without splitting the middle. We can split the middle, but now we don't have to spend so much time splitting the middle. And over here, negative 11 plus negative 3 squared. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Use your calculator if you need to, but put the negative 3 in parentheses in your calculator. So this becomes x minus 3 squared equals negative 2. And take the square root of both sides to undo the squaring. So I'm running out of room here, but I'm going to go all the way up here. We get x minus 3 equals plus or minus. We took the square root of squaring, inverse operations. Then we've got the square root of negative 2. Well, remember, when you take the square root of a negative number, we're dealing with an imaginary. So this is x minus 3 equals plus or minus I square root of 2. And then lastly, we can add the 3 to both sides. So we get x equals 3 plus or minus I square root of 2.